And there it is. The most maniacal, psychotic, supervillainous laugh that basically not only animation ever saw, but basically art ever saw. No wonder he was meant to be the supervillain. Hi, I'm Dane Youssef, and as many of you already know, that, what you just heard, that was Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself, doing it, the Joker. Can't quite do it quite well, but you get the idea. Anyway, I don't know, I think I sound a lot better if my throat is 115%, but I'm coming off a cold, a flu of sorts. Anyway, recently there's been a lot of hubbub about how after over 20 years, 20 long years, Mark Hamill himself, the Joker, the guy who was considered the best ever to do the Joker, at least through animation, cartooning and all that, is now hanging up those floppy clown shoes at his... Dude, why? Everyone keeps wanting to know about all that. Well, first of all, as he said, it's been over 20 years. And he didn't just do the Joker. I mean, this isn't like a recent thing. I mean, he started doing it back when the revolutionary Batman, the animated series, come on, you all remember that. That was a cartoon show that aired on Fox, and many of us, we hadn't seen anything quite like that in animation before. It was brilliant. That thing took it over, and he really brought the Joker to life. I mean, they brought the whole comic book series to life, the best of Batman. I mean, for God's sakes, I mean, Mark did the Joker on that show. He did the Joker on the spin-off, the Batman Superman Hour on Gotham Knights, and all the video game spin-offs. Not to mention the amusement parks, the dolls. I mean, according to Wikipedia, these gigs even pay well, but he did it just because he didn't want anyone else doing his clown. He wanted the clown prince every step of the way. I mean, nobody did it like him. You know, even when Jack Nicholson did it in the 1989 Batman movie, we all know Jack Nicholson doing his devil shtick. That old Jack magic, you know, that only Jack can do so well. He wasn't really the Joker, he was Jack Nicholson in clown makeup. Cesar Romero, kind of campy. He cackled, but he wasn't really maniacal, he wasn't willing to do evil. When Cesar Romero did it, and when Larry Storch did it, it was right out of the comic books, but Mark Hamill was uniquely the Joker. And as the series went on, he got more and more evil. I mean, Mark did that so well. He did that role so unbelievably well that people still couldn't believe it's him. As a matter of fact, Hollywood started knocking down his door, asking him to do every supervillain. There was, on the Spider-Man series, he did the Hobgoblin. If you listen carefully, you can kind of tell they're sort of similar, except we did the Hobgoblin. The Hobgoblin was more slithery and snake-like. Very much so. Uniquely so. I mean, Mark just had that basically about him. And when he did the Gargoyle on The Incredible Hulk, I mean, he could have just done the same thing over and over again. But no. You see, Mark wanted every single villain to be unique and innovative. And what did he do? He made sure they all had their own tune. I mean, like the Gargoyle sounded like Peter Lorre, but even more reptilian. And Dr. Jack on Phantom 2040. I mean, if you remember that show, I love that show too. It was a cross between a shock jock and a sensationalist media. He was basically J. Jonah Jameson. Listen, if he was the anchorman, he was the news, always trying to smear the Phantom. He did an incredible job, and when Mark Hamill did the Joker for, Batman, the animated movie, Mask of the Phantasm, I mean, that was the first Batman movie to get Batman really right. Even with Tim Burton's movie, it's very unique. But this isn't really Batman. Something about it just wasn't. He did Gotham really gothic, but everything else didn't really feel Batmanish, you know? The first Batman movie to get Batman right was the cartoon movie. And with the spin-off Batman Beyond, the direct-to-video Mask of the Phantasm, Mark Hamill was so deliciously deranged, they awarded him with that performance. And also named him Best Voice when he did it for the voice the last time in Batman Arkham Asylum. He gave it, it's been over 20 years, and has been doing every single loony cartoon supervillain to come down the pike after that. And let me tell you something, I knew you could do the Joker. I mean, even before I heard it on the cartoon show. How? When I was a little kid, you guys remember the live action, the live action Flash series? It wasn't quite as campy as the live action Batman series of the 60s, but it was pretty much, you can actually find that on YouTube. Look up the Flash live action. When he did the Trickster, which is very similar to the Joker, you know, whereas, I mean, the Joker is a maniacal, psychotic, evil clown. The Trickster is a maniacal, evil, psychotic magician. Very clowny, very over the top. Anyone what I could have seen. And this thing got made because Batman just came out about a year before, so then the Flash, the live-action Flash was on the air. And anybody who saw him do that, when I saw him, I barely remember that show, because that show came out in 1990. I was about a wee little tyke, about 8 years old. But honest to God, when that series was first aired, I remember thinking, you know, watching the show, and I remember thinking, because I remember when Mark Hamill was like, oh my God, it's Luke Skywalker, it's Luke Skywalker! Because I was a little kid wondering, I noticed something. Ever since Star Wars came out, Han Solo's been in a lot of movies. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, a bunch of other stuff after that. How come Luke Skywalker's been in more stuff? But I was ecstatic, because hey, Luke Skywalker's on The Flash. He really camped it up. He was so perfect. Check that out online, the direct-to-video. The Flash, Revenge of the Trickster. Check out that one. That's actually on YouTube right now. I commented on that one, God bless. You can see how this guy could have played the Joker in every single role since then. I think it makes sense to retire. Besides, Christopher Nolan changed the trend. When Christopher Nolan, you know, started with The Dark Knight, he took the Joker, who's always been a one-man show comedian. He's always doing shtick. He's always a jester, a comedian, just hamming it up, chewing up mountains of scenery. But if you watch The Dark Knight, when Heath Ledger did the Joker is anything but the Joker. The Joker is, he's monstrous, he's disgusting, degenerate, deranged, sick, outright vile. But he's not the Joker. I mean, he's anything but funny, he's anything but comedic. He's just, but he seems all, he knows how to get under your skin. That's why when Hamill left, people like John DiMaggio and Mark Richardson basically took over. They took the Joker in a different direction. The typical depraved monster. I hope that Mark Hamill keeps on acting, either in front of a camera, or in front of a microphone, wherever, because he's one of my favorites. From Star Wars to Batman to just about everything else he's done. I really hope to hear him in the near future and all of you. But what do you all think? I think it was a sage decision for him to retire. A lot of people kept wondering, why didn't he play the Joker? He could have done the Joker in the live-action movie. But Hamill himself said, they never picked me, I'm too old for the role. And he is almost 60 now, but it's a little more complicated than that. His Joker is the Joker of old, the classic vintage Joker, the Joker that basically, that's been the Joker for so long. In every single incarnation, his Joker is the Joker, whether it was Romero, or Hamill, or Nicholson, or Storch who played him. But no one changed the series. I mean, after that, the Joker was disgusting, deranged, degenerated, creepy, monstrous. You can run to this guy anywhere. It's like The Killing Joke, if you read that one. The Joker is anything but. I think it makes sense. It was a high point hearing Hamill at the Q&A going, why so serious? But in the end, it makes sense. It was time to take the next step. He's always going to be a star, no matter what medium he's in. I'm already looking forward to his movie that's coming out soon, The Black Pearl, written and directed by Mark Hamill. It's already a comic book. Check out that one. That's going to be uniquely Mark Hamill's movie. That one, a comic book, the movie. He's still an incredible talent. It's just, it's so sad that that one role that made him a star, Luke Skywalker, also almost guaranteed it wouldn't let him be anything else. Tragic. That's not just Hollywood, that's the audience for you. You know, let me know what you think. From Mark. Thanks for watching.